This morning, rapper Kodak Black has been arrested in Miami-Dade County on weapons charges. According to our news partners at the Miami Herald, he was taken into custody at Hard Rock Stadium. The Pompano Beach rapper was supposed to perform at Rolling Loud last night. Instead, he is facing state and federal charges.
Now, have you noticed how we're seeing more people saying free TK than free Kodak Black? I mean, just think about it for a second. We all know what TK was involved in, and yet there's people who are still backing him up screaming free TK. But what about Kodak Black though? As you could hear in that news segment that I just played, Kodak was arrested for weapon charges, and the crazy thing about this is the fact that this was back in May. So he's been locked up ever since May, but there still isn't a significant amount of people who care enough to want him free. And I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about the amount of blessings someone like Kodak has, yet he constantly keeps on putting himself in bad situations. I found out about Kodak Black in 2015 through his song No Flockin', which pretty much was the song that blew him up. Around that time, of course, since he was a new rapper who was coming up, his music was very much in the focus and not so much what he did outside of the music. Now, a couple years later, it feels like whenever Kodak comes up in a conversation, it's everything problematic that he's always time after time getting involved in. That's the main focus when it comes to him, and not his music. I don't know exactly why this is happening, but I do know that his surroundings, aka the people he chooses to surround himself with, is a big part of this. And to me, that's very clear. If you're comfortable with doing an Instagram live session with guns, drugs, and a child in the vicinity, which is something he actually got arrested for in early 2018, it tells me that you don't have people who actually want the best for you around you. I think a lot of rappers fall into this mentality where they now think everyone wants the best for them just because they're popping, which couldn't be further from the truth. You got something people want, which is fame, money, a platform. They want a piece of the pie. It's that simple. You might remember the situation Kodak was involved in earlier this year after Nipsey Hussle passed away. He was talking about hitting on Nipsey's wife right after his death on an Instagram live session, which was disrespect on a whole nother level. This isn't even close to what I talked about on one of my last few videos regarding NBA Youngboy talking about Nipsey. One was asked about a person who died but he personally didn't know, and the other one decided to publicly holla at a dead man's wife. It shows a big level of disconnect on Kodak's part, and what I'm asking myself every time Kodak gets in some kind of trouble with the law is, are we talking about pure stupidity, lack of guidance, or just ignorance? But let's not forget that Kodak is a rapper from the street, which a lot of rappers are, but with the kind of success he's had in his career, he still hasn't adapted in my opinion. And I'm saying this to say this: how many rappers from the street do you know have a collaboration with Bruno Mars and they're still living like they still have to be out in the streets? The simple answer is none. There's zero rappers like that. Even Gucci Mane, who's featured on the song, and it is his record by the way, he made a decision and said that he's better than that, okay? He made a decision and said that he's sick and tired of being in and out of jail. Deep down, Guap knew that he could do better. That's why he wrote a book about his life that was very well received. He got in shape and said so long to his lean belly that he was proudly rocking for years upon years. He did a campaign with Reebok. He's constantly on social media motivating people with tweets like these, and you know what I think? That's what Kodak needs. It might be unfair for me to compare Kodak Black and Gucci Mane because Gucci Mane is a 39-year-old man while Kodak Black is only 22. I think the difference here though is the fact that there are rappers like Guap who are leading by example and showing the youth, especially young rappers, that you can come up in a certain way, make a decision to change, and do even greater things at the end. Let's not forget this. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And will Kodak Black finish on a high note? Well, that's what I want to ask you. What do you think? People not caring about Kodak Black as much anymore. Why do you think this is happening? Definitely let me know in the comment section below and let's have a discussion about this.